All right, and we are live. Hello, hello. This is ThoughtDrought,
Where your thoughts get drained.
and we're covering Super Tuesday,
Yep.
watching the Democrats or at least Joe Biden get their ass whipped.
Yeah. We'll see how bad Biden performs.
Hmm.
Some of you
Yeah,
might be like, oh, but it's a primary. He's going to win. And it's like, yeah, but then there's Michigan. And if you don't know what happened in Michigan,
we'll
over
start
10%
there.
of people were just of Democrat voters. It's basically said, ah, fuck Biden. Let's go uncommitted. Not even vote for Marianne or any other candidate. Not even third party. Just straight up, just we don't like anyone. We hate all of you.
And really, it's not really about the Republicans getting more voters because they never get more voters most of the time, right? Even Trump didn't win the popular vote. All that has to happen for the Trump to win is for the Democrats to underperform. So when I mean getting their ass whipped, I mean, yeah, no, just Biden coming up short and underperforming in such a way that might spell doom for the upcoming election. Because
Yeah.
this Gaza, it's like 49% of Republicans and the vast majority of Democrats and independents want this to stop. And talking to people about it, it's like some people don't understand how important this is to some people. Like, you're losing family members and friends every single day, and the best you're going to get from Joe Biden is maybe we'll get a ceasefire for Ramadan. That's on the 10th, the 11th, something like that, for maybe two
Yeah. No,
days.
it's something like if you can do it for 2 days, you can do it all together, right?
Oh,
Like just do it. Just tell them we're going to actively put votes against you in the international councils. We're going to overall just do what Bernie said he would have done if he was president. Stop sending you aid if you keep
thank
doing
you.
horrible things. However, Bernie did change up a little bit in the beginning of the October attacks. So
I think
that
I
was
don't
a
think that's
little.
unjustified to feel that way though. I mean, they were attacked. There are some
Mhm.
historical baggage there, obviously, that you need to unpack, but from that perspective, it's not a wrong thing to think. However, he's willing to change on this perspective, which Biden has just not. It's
Yeah,
it's just like, why
him and
even do
Fetterman.
this? This, like, there's no benefit to this. How, like, I was talking to some family about it, and they're asking, like, what can the U.S. do? Hmm. The U.S. can withdraw assets. Maybe not all the way, just piecemeal. Like, for example, stop providing them air intelligence. Maybe stop providing them, oh, withdraw the carrier. Maybe even, say, withdraw missile dome support, but that'd be probably pushing it.
The yeah.
Yeah. Point
I
is,
mean, they
threaten
can
it.
they can talk about it. Maybe talking about it would put them on their toes about it. Put the leadership in their toes.
Hmm.
But
Or at the very
yeah,
least,
that would
expand
be
the
good.
Iron Dome to Gaza.
Yeah,
Maybe extend the coverage of the Iron Dome to Gaza and make it a no missile zone. Not a no fly zone. That's not good. Just a no missile zone. But that
yeah.
would also be very expensive to do. Be very hard to maintain that. But we need to put the squeeze on these
What would
on
be
them as
nice?
on
What
them.
was it? Anti BDS bills. If we took out some of those bills, where in some states they basically just say, "Hey, you can't." What was it? Boycott Israel settlements, Israel businesses on the West Bank.
Do you
It would
support
be nice if
sanctions?
those things got repealed.
Do you think we should
But
sanction them?
um, yeah, if they don't respond, then that would be the next step. If they don't cease
Yeah.
fire, but then again, Biden hasn't really he hasn't put his foot down.
He
And if he
needs to
did put his foot down
squeeze.
and say, "Hey, stop," or we will sanction, and then they don't, then yeah, then you would have to do sanctions. Like, look, we're not going to send troops to fight Israel. That would be bad. But if you're not going to listen, you continue being horrible to people, then yeah, sanctions is the next step.
Well, what does this all have to do with Super Tuesday? Because we kind of went off course for a moment. Well, Michigan, about what was it, 12% of the voters of the Democratic voters didn't vote for Biden. They voted non-committed,
Yeah,
and they voted what was it, the other tickets. They voted the other candidates.
yeah. Just I think the real like the big point to be made is that there was 600,000 Democrat voters that voted for Biden, and then 100,000 that voted uncommitted. So that's 1 out of 7, right? The 1 out of 7 basically voted, "Hey, I am you. I'm with your party, but I am not with Biden." Right? These are people who are within your group. This is the people who should be always voting for you, right? They didn't even vote for Marianne, right? They didn't vote for other people down the ticket, but they just straight up just didn't want anyone else. They're like, hey, we want someone other than these like 4 or more people that are on the ballot, which is very bad. That like you're not even losing independence; you're losing your own base, your own party members, right?
It just makes you wonder why Biden. I don't know. It's controversial, but I do think the U.S. needs to put a larger. I mean, look, you think it's controversial with withdrawing Iron Dome support from Israel, but it isn't controversial to withdraw aid and money.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's artillery, that's missiles, that's anti-air.
Yeah,
So maybe we should go that step and even threaten to withdraw the Iron Dome. I don't know. It's just it's at such a point now where it's like if you won't stop, then we're gonna just leave you. We're gonna leave you to the wolves because it's just like Israel's won. Like they're gonna
yeah.
eliminate Hamas. Like they're not. That's a nebulous goal at
They've
best.
done more than enough in response to their attacks. They've killed what over 10,000 kids, minors. People say think of the children. Republicans will go off all the time. Think of the children. Think of the children. But when it comes to Palestinian children, they seem to not really care. But uh, give it to them for being inconsistent.
You're inconsistent. Boom.
Yeah,
Destroyed
and this
liberal.
matters for Michigan because they have by far the biggest percent of the population being Muslim. It's like 2.1. The next one is I think New Jersey at 1.2. So they have a pretty big chunk that are or that was Arab. Sorry, correction, Arab. And then out of their voters, a lot of them are Muslim, right? Was it 200,000 Muslim voters if I remember right? I know we were talking about it before stream.
Mm. More than likely not, but it's more likely the fact that well, in correlation, yeah, not causation. Like it's not that they all these Arab Americans voted. I think it's the fact that these communities are integrated with Arabs, and those concerns
Yeah.
are becoming the concerns of their community. You know.
Yeah, so I was like about 250,000 Muslims in Michigan. But yeah, I mean, when you have so many Muslims in your nation, when you have any group, right, they're going to have friends. They're going to have, like, they're going to be part of the community, and the community is going to understand their issues. So maybe they're spreading out. Maybe people are learning. That's the good thing about diversity, right? When you have a diverse set of people, you're going to be more open to their problems and their worldview. And maybe that's why Michigan has such a huge uncommitted number. But then there was also a movement that I guess here on a Huffington Post article, it says it started in January. And they were trying to do phone banking and activism, basically just to get people to vote uncommitted. However, I'd be surprised if a 2-month movement got that many people.
You know, what I'm trying to find is what was the exit polls? Is there a way to look at turnout? I'm trying to figure that out right now.
For the ones today,
Mm-hmm. Or is there not really a way to
you
tell
might be
that
able
right
to
now?
see for some states like Colorado, I think it's already out. But for California, that is probably like an hour away. Like you look up the Colorado primary,
Mm-hmm.
the first one that comes up on Google is the one from the Associated Press, and it shows. If I remember, I think we were looking at earlier. Biden, he got 84.6%. Of course, right? I mean, he didn't let anyone else debate him. I mean, he won by default. He won by the fact that he has so much control in the fucking DNC. He literally went uncontested. But there was, I don't know if you can see it when you look up
You want to
Colorado
send it,
primary.
or you want to put it in the document?
Yeah. Here you go. Oh, that is a nasty link. That looks like I'm giving you fucking malware.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm
Jesus
used to
Christ.
it.
I love Google links. It's just a little pop up here from Google talking about, the Colorado primary. Democrat side, 78% reporting. So 22% to go. But I mean, at this point, with such an overwhelming lead, we know Biden's win. The next 22% could vote for Marianne Williamson, and Biden was still won. So
Yarg.
yeah,
Oh yeah, let's go look up. We can look at Michigan real quick.
yeah.
1 second.
So there's a
Why is Ethan on our screen? Do we want to do some drama in between all the election stuff?
yeah.
But let's look at Michigan real quick. Why Michigan is important to talk about. So, 99% in for Republicans, about 99% in for Dems. So, uncommitted got 13.2, Marianne got 3, and Dean got 2.7. So altogether, that is about 18%. Now, is that going to be indicative of the rest of the country? I mean, we just saw with, what was it, Colorado.
It's so dumb to know that an uncommitted, basically the fucking empty Facebook profile picture candidate, fucking uncommitted, got 2 delegates, but another person running like Marianne or even Dean Phillips didn't get any delegates.
Well, actually, I'm looking at this right now, though. What would this be?
This is in Michigan.
No, this is in Michigan, so this would be roughly 0.1, 1.4. So that'd be like 2.6, I think. Something like that. Another 4.6. No, actually 5.2.
Oh, sorry. Right now you're looking at Colorado.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
talking
adding
about
them all
Michigan.
up.
Sorry.
5.2.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is Colorado. Oh, wait, shit. Yeah, you're mad. My bad. Thought I had it on Michigan. I'm dumb. Oh, yeah.
So if you look at Michigan itself, and Michigan matters for the election.
No, but Colorado
When
does
Trump won
too.
in 2016, he had Michigan.
Check it out, though,
I
for
think it might
Colorado.
matter. Like,
Hold on, though. Check it out for Colorado real quick here. Let me do some quick math for you.
all right.
Just because I can't do math, but this computer can. No, Windows is not in a good mood today. Thanks, Windows. I can't wait to get rid of you. Anyway, for something probably worse. You know what? Actually, I can't see what the hell I'm doing. Give me a second. Professional podcaster. Yay. It's going to add up all these handy dandy scores and see what we get. Because I was doing the math very poorly. And I think it's important to get perspective on how much of the vote went away from Biden. Plus 3 equals... Oh, plus 7.3 is 15.4. I think I might have missed Dean, so it might actually be like 18. Almost 20% of the whole state.
Well, yeah. If you're talking about like everyone who didn't vote for him.
Oh no, I did add it in. It's 15.0. It is 15.4. So 15%.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're talking about everyone who, I mean, he got 84.6. He lost 15.4. But the fact that like literally people just voted for no name, just anyone else, and that's sort of fucked up for Marianne and like RFK, who wanted to debate Biden and get their name out there. They could have eaten away at the uncommitted delegate, a bunch of people who were just like, I don't know who to vote for. Chances are they didn't even really hear about Marianne, right? Chances are they didn't get a good opinion on them. They didn't get to hear about them.
I guess I'm more concerned about the fact that we are Biden doesn't even really have support in his party, at least not as much as you would like. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if this can be. You know what? Let's compare this just so we don't overstate this. 2020?
Yeah, you can look at 2020 and 2016.
Let's see. What was the Colorado Ballotopedia? It was wait. What? Oh, that was the general election. What about the primary? Oh, Bernie actually won in Colorado. For the primary.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
I guess it makes sense because it's the
Weed
state. But yeah.
Yeah.
When we're talking about drugs, there was one that happened in Oregon, which we'll get to later. Which, it's a sad day for everyone who worked on that bill.
Well, look, there's a roughly 100,000 voter difference, right? And in the last election, Biden won by 500,000 votes in Colorado, while homeboy here, how many votes did he get? 400,000. And just, I know this is not 1-to-1, but it's a good comparison. They seem pretty close. 467,000 to Biden's 412. Oh, yeah. That's not good.
It's not good. And this doesn't really show you the independents, the people who weren't allowed to vote, right, in their primary, and how it affects them. Because, with the independents, maybe they're more grossly affected by this. You don't know.
But in the last election, the Democrats had a much larger turnout. Yet, yeah, somehow in this one, turnout's pretty... Or no, actually, I'm comparing it to last time. I'm not entirely sure, I'm wrong. Compared to last year, Bernie Sanders topped out at 355. Maybe there's even more turnout for this one. What do you think? I'm looking at this real quick. Check it out. Maybe it's not all doom and gloom. Turnout is for last year. Now, turnout this year.
They're heavily divided.
They are heavily divided, but Biden is getting way more votes in his primary.
Yeah, I mean, the person who's voted for the most in American history, right? How could we doubt Biden? That's the number one voted for president in America.
Well, let's do some more comparisons. Let's see. What's another important battleground state that's being voted on right now? Do you know? We got...
Not sure.
Alabama, Arkansas, Colorado, Maine.
Oh, but you're trying to see ones that have already been done reporting here.
Virginia?
Ooh. Is Virginia up? I don't think Virginia's up for Super Tuesday.
Oh, it's on here.
Oh, no, it is. Sorry, I'm stupid.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's on here for some reason. Yeah. Ballotopedia is lying to me again.
Oh, I mean, we can only guess what happens in Texas.
So Joe Biden, Carolina. Joe Biden in Virginia in 2020 got 700,000 votes. While, let's see, does it say how much Donald got? Huh. That's weird. Doesn't actually have the results for Trump for this year. That's
for Virginia?
Yeah. So I guess I'll just have to use the general. Well, they don't have their primary results. They just have their general. Oh, we only got 10 minutes left. Well, I guess we can still compare that, I guess. We can still compare the Dems.
So you're looking at the Virginia... So you're trying to compare the primary to the last general?
Yep, I'm trying to compare the... Well, yeah, because that's all they got. But we can also compare the two primaries for the Dems. So Joe... Oh.
Well, sort of... I mean, we probably should compare it to last primary, no?
Actually, yeah, that's what I was doing. Actually, some doom and gloom. Doom and gloom.
Doom and gloom.
2020, Joe Biden got 700,000 votes in Virginia. Shit. That's actually really not good. No one even voted for Marianne or Dean. They just...
But even then,
they
like,
just didn't vote.
The old tale that was told for the 2020 election, right? Like, a lot of people aren't really turning out for Biden. But when it came to the day to actually vote against Trump, people voted against Trump. Now, I would say that the argument is diluted because we're no longer living under the Trump era. Like, there's something to be said when you're in the Trump era and you're in the haze of it. Everyone hates Trump, yada yada, and then yeah, you're gonna vote against him. He's here, he's real in front of you right now. But to get them to do it a second time, I don't think it's gonna have as much of an effect.
Well, let's check out Alabama. How's Alabama doing? So I think Donald is going to meet a similar turnout, because in 2020 he got almost 700,000, and he's only 60% in. He's already at 400, so I think he's just going to get to 700,000 or near it again. For the Dems, Joe Biden in 2020 got to 286. By the way, this is all coming from Ballotopedia, just as a sign out to everybody coming in now. 124,000 and 70%. 70%. Okay, so never mind. So they might actually get to the 286,000. Turnout in that state's meh, I guess, for Dems. Okay. Ooh. California, our home state.
Yeah.
Time to do it.
We can also check Vermont. I'm pretty sure Vermont's already done.
Oh, we can do Vermont too. Let's do Vermont after this. Oh, is it still? Oh, we don't actually get results till 9? No, 8. We don't get results till 8. In Arkansas, we don't get them till 9. Sorry,
I
Arkansas.
think Vermont, that already came out.
Okay, let's do Vermont. Afterwards, you're going to have to do the call.
Yeah. Oh, Vermont, Biden got a stronger lead. He got 90% of the, or 89.4.
89?
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, let's compare then. I got Vermont right here. We got about 7 minutos. Think I might take a quick break, by the way, if that's alright with you. Like a 10-minute break before I send you the thing.
Okay. You want to send it to me, or you want me to send it to you?
Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah. Just send it to me in like 10 minutes, would you?
Alright, you want to take a 10-minute break? That's okay.
Some food came. We smuggled some for Super Tuesday.
Nice.
Just 10 minutes, I promise. Let's see.
You're a little hungry?
I'm not his son. I'm going to eat on camera. It's dumb. Okay. For the general, Bernie got 79,000. Joey got 34. Well, obviously,
general's,
right? Sorry, primary.
Yeah.
I keep doing that.
Yeah, good to correct, because, of course, general, there's going to be more votes. Also, Bernie wasn't in the general, so.
He performed better than he did last time, but worse than Bernie Sanders did. So, in 2020.
Wow.
So, low turnout in Vermont as well. And but to be fair, though, judging by the reporting, 86... Do you think in 14% they'll reach 80,000? Possibly.
Sorry, what?
So there's 14% of the vote reporting left?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll reach 80,000?
80,000 total?
80,000 forbidden.
No.
Slight underperformance.
I do not think so.
Slight underperformance, but I don't think that's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, we should be getting results in a second. For Cali.
Okay.
Huh.
Yes. California. The state that truly matters for the primary.
We got 1 minute left. Come on.
I also check Arizona.
Okay. Arizona's not a Super Tuesday.
Is it not?
No, I don't think so.
Sure. Oh no, I'm fucked up. I'm thinking about Arkansas. Look at all the AZAR.
Oh yeah. No, Arkansas. I don't think we're gonna be able to.
I don't think
Arkansas.
Arkansas
Comes out at 9.
What?
It doesn't get it. Yeah, look at the page. It doesn't get announced till 9.
That's. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I don't think we really need to care about Arkansas.
Yeah.
Because, I don't think Arkansas is a swing state. Also, Arkansas is not AK is Alaska.
Oh, is that Alaska?
Yeah. AK is Alaska, AL is Alabama, and then AR is
Oh, it is
Arkansas.
AR. Oh, fuck. Sorry to
Yeah.
the people of
But like I don't
Arkansas.
think Arkansas is a swing state, so correct me if I'm wrong.
No, no, you're good. Well, we'll still do it just because, Biden
Yeah.
is at 72, and in last year's he was at 93, so he's going to probably perform, maybe slightly underperform.
Mm.
And then,
When are those California election results coming in?
they
We're
should be in
waiting.
now. State 01.
Yeah.
They literally should be in, like, now. Ah, here it is. Come on. Damn, they don't even have it reporting in yet, dude. I think it's probably going to go away by the time... I only got 2 minutes left.
Well,
Ark.
I guess when we come back, we'll just talk about California.
Then we can watch some of the bullshit we have queued up.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 minutes. Should I reload it again? Oh, shit. Results expected soon. How soon?
I'm.
How soon?
Also North Carolina.
You want to do North Carolinas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy fuck. North Carolina. Look at that no preference vote. Jesus Christ.
Wait. Oh, man. I only got a minute and 53 seconds. I gotta look this up before I run out of time.
Go fast, go fast.
What was the state? What was the
Before I
state?
disappear. North Carolina, North Carolina.
Okay, let's compare. 500,000 votes. And then 77 voted no preference. 2020. Oh, well, about the same, really. 572,000. In fact, Biden may actually surpass his previous election count. But
back
that's...
then, was there a no preference vote?
Bernie Sanders took 24% of the party.
Ah, so he's doing better.
Doing a lot better overall. However, this is still somewhat concerning.
Mm-hmm.
In some states, he's doing about the same. In other states, he's not doing as good.
Well, you guys get into the conversation of whether or not sour grapes has a different effect for people who are uncommitted and people who wanted a candidate like Bernie. Are people who really just vote uncommitted so deflated that they won't show? Because at least people who are voting for, like, who would have voted for Bernie or who would have voted for Marianne or RFK, they're going for somebody. But if they really have no preference, they're like, I'm just here to say fuck you. Are they gonna vote Biden?
Unfortunately, we don't got any results, and also less than 1 minute, so I might go in a sec. So
Okay.
just send it to me, and we'll start again in 10 minutes.
All right.
No, nothing.
Well, I'll send it to you in like 8 minutes because if we leave it running, I think it'll,
Oh,
the time will run.
gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Goodbye, cruel world. Alright, shit. Now we're on our own. Yeah, screw you. I don't want to get your 15% discount. You suck balls. Anyway, guys, we'll be back in a bit. For now, TD is out to get milk, but unlike your father, we will come back. Okay. Hello? Oh. It might just be buried in your documents folder. Oh, I just ate so much food. Mm. Damn it. Ah. We're back. You disabled screen sharing. Why would you do that? Why would you do such things? Okay. Got it. Hold on. Give me a second. God damn it. What was that? What do you want me to do? Sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Fuck. There you go. Send a request. Okay, I could have sworn I had this screen up somewhere. Which one was it? Yep, there's one. Alright, I'm sharing our screens. Finally! God damn, it took a while. Alright, give me a second while I just line this up in the corner again. In our proper spot. Oh my god, I just ate some tacos. Street tacos. Very good street tacos. And some beer, ese. Some beer and some tacos, ese. A good night in LA, ese. Eh? I'm just kidding. You talk even whiter when in event. Your Mr. Johnson's voice. Alright, take offense to that, sir. I don't. I'm not from anywhere around here. Thank you very much. Alright, let's do some comparing. Comparison. It is, but we can at least get an idea for where the Eagles might land. Crap. California. Okay. California. Let's see. Where will we land, Cali? We will. Oh, shit. 11 million people voted for them in the general last time. Oh, Bernie actually won California? Am I on the right one? Yeah, no, he did. Jesus. He actually did win California. And so Joe Biden got 1,600,000 votes. 600,000 votes, sorry. And Bernie got 2 million flat. So I'm guessing we're expecting some performance in between those two numbers. 1.6 to 2 million. Anything falling below that's going to be bad, but 2% of the vote, he's already at 400,000. He's probably going to, It already at 400,000. We're almost there, 350,000. Wait. Before you do that. Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna pin you. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think. Wait. No. Please tell them. Wait, how do I do, damn. How do I do full screen with this? Do I, oh, hide self view? Oh, yes! Yes, I can make you the whole screen. Alright, tell everybody why we need to vote for Biden. Do it. Wait, before you, wait, let me just, before you, hold on. Just watch the stream. Just watch the stream. Watch the stream. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. God damn it. Okay. So tell the good people why they... Yes. The genocide joke. God damn it. No. Wow, we actually met him too. We interviewed him in the street. Genocide joke. Go ahead. I sit in the darkness and laugh. Do it. Don't use me. Don't you bring me into this. I'm back. You've summoned me from beyond the frickin' fuck you. You don't get to use me. Nancy Pelosi was like, we go fuck ourselves over here. Alright, now I'm going back into the darkness. YOLO, bitches. How is Dean Phillips doing so well? Sorry, I'm looking at California's primary. Fuck you, I ain't, no, you, fuck you, you make that guy, no. Families. Yeah. know what? Let's see what TYT is talking about. Oh, is TYT out? Oh, I just realized what we could do. Oh, I realized I've been talking on mute. No! Oh, shit.
Look.
Actually, if it makes you feel any better, I realized I wasn't recording all that, so it's okay. It's not recorded to history. Only onto the Zoom recording. Oh. Now we're back. Hello.
It's
Biden's
still
doomed.
like
Why is Dean Phillip doing so fucking well?
And if someone's watching, hello. How you doing?
Genocide Joe.
You probably are in the middle of watching me give my deflated progressive reason as to why Joe Biden is worth it.
Why you should vote for Genocide Joe over here.
This is the primary, but let me just glaze him up. Which really, the other day, the primary, this is the time to vote for the Democrat you want, right? People come out and be like, don't vote for... Like, voting uncommitted is sort of the biggest... It's a tale... It's two different tales, right? One is Biden's doing so bad, but another one is... So why didn't you look for the voter or the candidate that you want? Like, Marianne Williamson would be the candidate that you want. If you want an end in Gaza, vote for the candidate that ends in Gaza. I'm sorry you have to look it up. But sadly, in our Citizens United system, it's a little hard for Marianne Williamson to get her message out when it's being blasted in the airways by Biden super PAC money. I'm sorry.
Can you upload your version of the footage? Because I realize I'm going to have to sync up your audio with our video.
Oh, you want me to, like...
That Genocide Joe's just too good. I can't let that one go.
I mean, I give that all to Armando Mando, who's running for president. So, because I saw that on his thing, Genocide Joe, and I'm like, holy shit.
That's really good.
How have I not seen that before? Like,
how does no one come up with this? Genocide Joe.
Yeah. And that's it.
Look at that eye. Dude, one of his eyes looks like he's having a stroke in this picture.
Dude.
Look at that eye on the right. Or, I guess, on his right. It's all fucking tweaked out.
One time, what was he talking about? Corn Pop, and he had a blood vessel pop in his eye. Dude, if we did debates, his eyes would just be bloodshot red. He wouldn't be able to handle it.
You mean Dark Brandon isn't just seeing red blood and going for the kill?
I'm just saying, man.
Oh, on side news, complete side tangent, Chivalry got a new update today.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Duel of Fetes?
Yeah, it's basically just like a free-for-all update. God, that's how fucking uninterested we are. And the screwed up thing is that we both voted. So...
Yeah. We both voted. We vote. Ending is, you may not care about the presidential... Maybe, look, actually, no, you should care about the primary. Because that's the time when you show you don't like the Democrat that's being put up there. And once again, if you voted uncommitted... You probably should have just given that vote to Marianne or to someone else who is for the thing you want.
Fuck it. Vote for Cenk.
At least you would have glazed them.
Vote for Cenk. Write him in.
Right?
Write him in there.
You could write him in, but... Alright, there's a little too much work. Alright. I want to press the button. I don't want to have to use my fingers.
Cenk, how do you even spell that? Pointing. I've never even heard of that. Cenk, Kank. I don't know. I'm sorry, Cenk, I shouldn't make fun of your name. Okay. People might think I'm being racially insensitive, but, I think Cenk's a great name. Oh, and they don't have a freaking live stream? Do they not have live streams on TYT? Oh, they do! Oh, is it just them... Is it just like replay videos? Oh, okay, we can watch ABC... Not for too long, though, because they're going to nuke us, but we can watch it for a second, I guess.
We're not supportive of Donald Trump. Even some Republicans who do not support Donald Trump here, they were certainly, some of them were certainly disappointed in that Supreme Court ruling yesterday.
That is actually another angle to it, so we were talking about it a little bit in the beginning. But what's the possibility that, we should go through this one more time and look at the results, because do you think there's a possibility that Donald might underperform this time around?
He could be.
Mm-hmm. Well, Colorado. Shall we review Colorado real quick?
Yeah, let's go with Colorado.
Okay. Colorado. I spelled Colorado wrong.
Nikki did okay in Colorado.
Nah, she damn Nikki.
Okay, yeah, Trump might have a hard time.
Yeah.
But
well, shit. Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah. If you look at the 2020 Colorado primary.
Oh.
Although by then, I don't think there was that many Republicans running, so.
There's actually a solid shot Donald might underperform in this one, because last time he got 628,000 votes, but he was basically running unopposed.
Yeah.
So, you know what might happen is Nikki Haley might just be a spoiler.
Maybe, but...
That's kind of a funny upstart now.
I don't think she'll be... Because, I mean, when it comes down to it, she'll be out of there. And then
She's gone.
Trump. I don't think
gone.
there's a lot of Republicans who would just not vote at all because it's just Trump. If anything, I think Republicans stand stronger together. That despite how much they don't like Trump, which there are a lot of Republicans that just don't like Trump, they'll be willing to vote for Trump because at the end of the day, they think Trump is better than Biden.
Mm-hmm. Well, looking at another general, I think Donald is probably going to do... Actually, he might do better here. Because last time he got unopposed, by the way, 696,000 votes, 100,000 votes. And Donald's already at 459, and it's only 70% of the vote in. And being like, yeah. You know, what's actually funny is that turnout for this one might be higher for Republicans in Alabama.
I don't think that's fun.
I think that's interesting, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Because just because, like, they're only 70% in, but last time 700,000 people voted for Trump. And I think Trump can probably get to that again in another 30,000. Or no, another 30% of the vote. So...
God bless Diet Coke. God bless the democratic process of America. All right?
Damn straight. Goddamn. God.
Yeah.
Bless democracy. Bless America. Bless Bud Light.
Biden's already about to sweep the 1 million voter mark in California.
Wait, is that getting someone? No. I was about to say someone talking to us.
Sorry, what?
No, I thought someone was talking to us from when I got excited.
We did have one more voter or one more watcher for a little bit, but they didn't want to weigh. And I was just like, I'd cry.
Okay, well, let's see what the Utah election is like. How about that?
I'll just type in if you like the stream, say hi. Oh, God. Is that sad to put it? I don't know.
Utah.
Yeah, no, that's too self-deprecating. Gotta be less self-deprecating.
Utah is barely reporting in, so we won't really know for a while.
Yeah.
So
we can go over some of the articles we have.
Yeah, we can do that. So what was that about Ethan sitting there and being sad? What the fuck happened
we
now?
can do the investigative research and find out exactly what in the Twitter files it's saying. Because I saw some headlines, some tweets basically saying that Ethan from H3H3 was talking down about Anna Bushnell, which if you don't know, we covered him last time. He's a person,
Air Force
soldier, American soldier, Air Force, who self-immolated.
Airman, not Air Force, man. That's dumb. Airman. Sorry. So,
yeah, he's a U.S. soldier who
Airman
put himself on. Is he not a soldier?
He's an airman.
Does that not count?
He is in the air.
He can fly.
They can fly now. They can fly now?
They can fly.
I'm sorry. Now we're doing it! We're doing the thing!
Cut recording. We're
done. Just
already
chop it off
than
now.
what H3 said about Adam. Alright, so let's see now. If
I didn't
people
say
have
he
been
made a good
criticizing-
bonfire, at least. Damn.
Oh wait, go out of it just
Wait
to make
a
sure.
Okay.
Because I think you might be able to scroll up and there'll be one more video prior. Scroll up.
Wait a moment.
Or is that the first one?
That might be the first one. Yeah, it's the first one.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Okay.
Hopefully I can hear it.
I did.
I'm sorry. Suicide bad.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? It's bad. Okay.
Yeah, suicide bad. A3 is putting down suicide, which...
I don't think we should romanticize that. Have you seen anyone romanticizing? Are you
Whoa.
fucking kidding me?
Uh-huh.
You been online?
No.
Everybody's glamorizing it. Oh my god, how can you?
Oh.
Like the amount of people online who are like, he's a. I understand why people want to go like, he's a hero. Like I understand that because he made this ultimate sacrifice in the most gruesome way possible, right? And so I understand that.
Cancel Ethan. Cancel him.
I want to honor that sacrifice. Monks do self-immolation. Yeah, I know. When they're like under tyrannical oppression by the Chinese and have literally no way for the voices to be heard. But I mean, the Palestinian cause is for sure. Plain talk about.
No one gives a fuck about it though. Like with power,
Yeah.
sure, a bunch of powerless people care, sure, but like the powerful, the people who can make moves, don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and this seems to be the biggest criticism that people put on Thanks Ratio for this comment, because it's like online, in the online progressive sphere, yeah, this is getting talked about a lot, but when it comes to the biggest nation with the I say biggest nation because they have the biggest fucking army, biggest military in the world with bases across the globe, when it comes to the people creating the Iron Dome, when it comes to the people sending rockets and missiles, when it comes to one of the biggest arms manufacturers in the world, they do not hear the Palestinian side. Does Biden hear it? Did Kamala hear it? It basically wasn't up until this week where Kamala, like the leadership, was calling for a ceasefire.
Calling it a, quote, humanitarian catastrophe.
Yeah, it took 30,000 deaths for them to be like, well, maybe it's time to settle down.
The Palestinian issue has gotten so bad to the point now where even the administration is having some internal conflict. Supposedly Biden is getting very frustrated with this, but this is one of those situations where it's like Biden, you have to really choose which one's more important. Is it more important to, continue bombing Palestinians for the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, right up until November? Or is it better to just start slowly pulling support and squeezing the Israelis?
And protesting is not only to like put awareness on an issue, but also to bring the point forward to people in power.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people march on Congress, they don't just do it to spread awareness. That is a big chunk of it. But it's also to show your elected officials, people who are supposed to represent you, that they should be doing what you want them to do. They're supposed to represent you. And yeah, people are talking about it. And if people really were being represented in Congress by the president, then this wouldn't be an issue. This would never have happened. But that's the main point. I don't know. It hurts my brain.
Why? Why does it hurt your brain? Because Ethan do a big baddie, a big meanie, bobini?
Yeah, it's like, do you not realize that he might be doing it for more than what you're thinking about? He might be doing it for the people sending Israel weapons. He might be sending a message to the people that are pro-Israel. There's still a lot of people in America, the American public, that are pro-Israel. He could be doing it for them as well.
It could be, but that number of people is very small. And this is costing him... Look, all he has to do is underperform election night, and it's done. I generally am going to stand behind, I'll die on that hill, because, for me, if I'm wrong, I want to, I kind of want to be wrong, if I'm being honest with you, because I want to underestimate the Democratic Party and how far it's gone left and come out here and say I was wrong. Yeah. However, I generally think that this is going to... Now, what's the odds of the ceasefire happening before the election? I don't really know. I can't really put my finger on that, but if it's happening up to election, no, it's over. And it's really bad because I think everybody says that Joe Biden is probably going to be way less bad on Palestine. 100% true, 100% accurate. There's not a single flaw in their argument. However, to the Palestinian Americans, people who lost their family, it's not really a logic argument anymore for them. You know? It's an argument of, like, to them, they lost families. You know, the numbers, like, Trump would kill 30,000 while Biden would kill 10,000. Well, like, that 10,000 includes someone's, like, family. And that, like, that's going to be an impossible... Like, if Biden does this too slow, I'll add to it. If he takes too long getting this done, it might honestly be too late by the time he gets it done. So yeah. I'm very worried.
And I can just see it, like, Biden, he comes up the months before election time, he's saying, all right, ceasefire, everyone basically just stop shooting in Gaza, stop. And then Trump, because he has to be basically the opposite of Biden, he'll go, oh no, we need to send weapons, end Hamas. That might happen. Like, it's not like Trump is against sending weapons. He did that for Saudi Arabia. He sent them a bunch of weapons, despite there being a bipartisan bill to end giving them weapons after Jamal Khashoggi died by presumably, allegedly, the Saudi Arabian government's hand, right? An American. And I would just think it's very sad if Biden gets kicked out, Trump is singing the praises of Israel, and it gets much worse. Like, it would just be very fucking sad. And then what'd you know? Voting uncommitted, voting all this way, made it so then you had a worse situation. But then again, you could also argue that if it wasn't for voting uncommitted, Biden wouldn't have changed his tune. If it wasn't for everybody coming out and saying, hey, stop. Dear God, stop.
You did say a while back that, when it came time for people to vote for Bernie, they did vote, for the Bernie voters to vote Biden. They did vote Biden. So perhaps history will repeat itself here, that maybe when those people come out to vote. For me, it's a very hard choice because on one hand, I really want him to send weapons to Ukraine and help them out. And I think he would be better on all the infrastructure deals. Yeah. And honestly, second-term president, I'll be real with you. Seeing the stuff he did in his first, you know what? I'm going to change tone a little bit. Seeing how his first presidency went with the amount of compromises he did, I'm honestly kind of excited by the idea of him having a second term. He doesn't have to care about re-election.
Yeah.
He might actually legitimately do some good
feels
stuff.
Like it's just not in his nature. I feel like he was born and bred into the, the unison, the unity character, right? Like, that's who he is.
True.
He's like an old-style politician who believes in getting bipartisan bills through, which is very unlike Trump. Trump is the exact opposite. He'll just hammer on away everything he can with his own party, which is probably why he didn't get much done. But
what's this, Adam? Oh yeah, Adam Bushnell. Elon immigration. What's this about?
So there was a tweet that Elon made about immigration.
Yay!
There was an article.
I'm sure it's smart.
We could go into the article. You could go into the video, but basically, it was talking about how Biden was going to fly in 320,000 immigrants into the U.S. I don't even know about the legitimacy of the article. I don't know how much about it is true. But just the fear-mongering from Elon, where he says that Biden is working on something that could be far worse than 9/11 because he's letting immigrants in. And you know what? Let's just say it's secret, right? And Bush knew this. George Bush knew this, right? The man who did 9/11, right? Supposedly, conspiracy posting. All right. He knew, and a lot of other people knew, that the way you save things like Social Security from collapsing is by having immigrants, right? There was a bill that came in during his presidency to basically give amnesty to a bunch of immigrants. It didn't pass, but it had support from Republicans to a degree. And what's sort of ironic is that immigrants save nations. Immigrants are one of the biggest reasons why Social Security isn't falling apart sooner. Immigrants are... How to put this? If we really wanted the immigrants to take control of, the voting pattern and do the whole white disintegration within America...
My God.
They could just have them sign up for citizenship.
So it sounds like that can't even look at this because the freaking Daily Mail website's so shit that it just keeps crashing. Basically,
we only have 10 minutes left.
Oof.
Yeah, but it's just.
What do you think? You want to call it, or do you want to continue?
I guess we just continue this.
Okay.
We'll probably finish in like 5 more minutes for this piece.
I'm looking through the article right now, and it's like, this is a government program, I believe, CBP. I can't. It's kind of hard to read it while we're doing this stream, but
yeah. But my point is like, what is the point of the migrants? One point that Republicans typically bring up is that, oh, they're going to have them vote. Well, when you sign up to vote, you need to have an ID in a place that you live. They check you. And if you can fake an ID, if you can fake documents, then you can certainly fake a voter ID.
Oh, so it's a transportation program. Okay, what's this transportation program about? And the Daily Mail's such ass that I can't even look it up because I click on the hyperlink and the hyperlink goes.
And then number 2, if you wanted immigrants to vote, there's a group called Road to 2 Million, because there are over 2 million immigrants that are citizens, or sorry, they might have visas, but they're not citizens, or they're people who are here illegally, been here for a long time, who are able to become citizens, but they haven't for whatever reason. It might be a money issue. It does cost to sign up. Maybe they don't know how to do the process.
So here's the program.
Millions of
so
people
the CBP,
vote,
so the
CBP
CBP program
push to get them to vote. They're just saying, "Hey, come in here." That's one legitimate, fully legal way for them to vote. But there's not a huge push for it. It's just sort of antithetical to the point that they want them to vote. But you know, who am I? Just a dude who knows
nothing.
Some statistics.
Nothing.
Nothing. Statistics and laws don't matter. No. Sorry.
So essentially, one of the requirements is the idea behind this, at least according to the Daily Wire's own article, is that in part, at least, CBP-1 is meant to help children who have either sponsors or families waiting for them in the United States. So it's supposed to basically extradite their transportation to people or families who can take them. Wow. Gotta get rid of that. Gotta stop doing that today, don't we? Just get rid of them all. All of them. And there's a government fact sheet. Let's see. But yeah, the idea is that it's supposed to help people in... What the fuck? Yeah. And it's an application, and people actually have to apply through it and wait, and there's certain sets of parameters that you actually have to be, Yeah,
so it's just fear-mongering.
It is always
It's just saying, like, oh, look, he's bringing in the fucking battle bus for the immigrants, right? Like, that's what Republicans are thinking. That he's literally going to fucking TJ and saying, hey, get onto this big old plane and ship over. And then what happens?
Sponsored.
They give you cheap labor, and then a bunch of people who own farms, they just take advantage of them, which is really shitty. Like,
look, the U.S. population...
Your economy.
Look, the West is dying. The West is quite literally dying. We're not replacing our own people, so you need immigrants.
And that was the third thing, overpopulation.
It's not a real thing. I don't think overpopulation is a real thing.
Sorry, I meant to say underpopulation. But I don't know, there's not really a good word for it other than the fact that people aren't fucking like they used to be.
It's called replacement. It's called replacement rate. Yeah.
The reason why we're not like fucking Korea or Japan, we'd be like mini versions of them with a much lower birth rate. But because we have immigrants,
we lucked out there.
To balance it out.
Yeah, Japan's dying because of its own xenophobia.
Yeah.
So
that's one way that you can save your nation. That also leads into the Social Security aspect. We don't have enough people paying in to help pay for the people who have paid in before, right?
Now you can get more people to pay in.
Baby boomers. And now the next generation is smaller. Or it's not enough. You need a ratio of like 4 people to 1 old person. But people aren't having babies. Alright? And that seems to be a white man issue, alright? People keep talking about white replacement. You know, you look at some of Carlos' stream. It's like, well, you guys aren't really having kids, so people bring in immigrants.
You either both the ways you get kids. Both the ways you get people that have kids are both things that conservatives wouldn't like, which is you either help subsidize the family by paying for housing, food, school,
child tax credits, like what Biden did, but then stop.
Or you increase the immigration rate so that we can fulfill replacement that way. Because usually immigrant families tend to be massive in comparison to Western families.
Yeah.
So those are really the only two ways you can get that replacement under control. And conservatives hate both of them, so just a death march. You know? Don't worry, we'll have enough robots to take care of the old people anyway. It won't matter. I say, the old people, fend to yourself. Look, how about this? Only the truly deserving old people get access to medical care. So we'll put 2 old people in the Thunderdome, and whoever comes out alive gets, like, the insulin, the aspirin, and the bed. In the hospice home. The loser's dead. We got rid of them, they're unalived in Minecraft. They've been oofed into oblivion in Roblox, Now the state can save some dollar. Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's no revive here, boyo. No.
There is not.
Alright. Shall we look at the last one?
Well, we should probably end the Zoom and then restart it. Because I'm at 3 minutes here.
Okay. You wanna... I just wait.
I guess you could send me an invite now.
Oh yeah, sure, we can. Yeah, alright, I'll do that then.
Alright. I'll end it right now. Okay, I'm back, baby. I'm so tired. It's crazy how tired I actually am. Holy shit, boy. I want to fucking pass out. So fucking bad. I am losing my mind. Average Amazon employee on their 16th hour. Just pain and suffering. That's all it is. In the bowels of the Amazon hell. Amazon is like Tartarus's pit. It's just like, it's just forever just spiraling hell. And what's terrible about it? What's even worse about it is that it only gets deeper with time. Jesus Christ. What the hell is California doing? Damn it. Alright. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. 37% of the total. 31%. Good God. Joe Biden's gonna absolutely fucking sweep California. California on its own might actually make up for the shortfalls in those other states. So, I wonder where my esteemed co-host is. Huh? Oh, he's in? Why am I not getting oh. It didn't give me the pop-up. It didn't give me a pop-up. Sorry, what?
It's good. It didn't give me a pop-up at first. Alright, I want to share the screen. By the way, here, I'll show you where Biden's at.
Let's see, is this better?
No.
I'll turn it around.
No, that's terrible.
Is it terrible?
It's terrible. It's just awful.
Terrible.
Just awful.
Terrible.
Okay, so Biden is going to absolutely fucking sweep California. He is 33% in. He's already at 1,300,000 votes. So remember, we're expecting him to get somewhere between 1,600,000 or 2 million flat. There's a solid shot he might blow right past that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that some shit? What if California actually does swing like really hard? Oh, there he is, Armando Perez Arato.
God bless that man for showing me the word genocide, Joe.
You guys want, since it's primary, you can also vote for this guy too. He's a little conservative. We don't agree with him on everything, but he's a cool dude.
Yeah,
so
I do not agree with him on everything. However, he has spirit and funk, and he's for some things that you would agree with as a progressive. But
big water rights guy, no?
yeah, also wants to create pipelines from Canada to California to the U.S.
Yeah, let's steal
California.
let's steal Canada's water. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I love it.
He's also very anti-illegal immigration generally. He wants to close the border and which other things that are very right-wing, but then he also wants to charge Trump for treason. So
I think there's a very good shot. Okay, so you know what's crazy? You know how there have been shortfalls in other states?
Yeah.
Biden might legitimately make up that difference if he blows through California. Because, I mean, look, 33% of the votes in, and he's already at, 1,400,000? So likelihood is by the time it's 90% in, he might honestly be over 200,000.
But then again, when it comes to the general, we always knew he was going to win California.
It's the fact that he blew out Bernie's record. Oh, Bernie's record and his own record.
He blew Bernie?
Oh, he did.
Biden blew
He
Bernie.
He did it. It's finally time. I don't remember where I was, Jack. I just know I was jacking off something.
Oh, Jack.
Oh, Jackily, like Jackity, Jack. I'm losing.
Over.
I'm losing my mind. Sure.
To be fair, primaries are not the most politically entertaining thing.
Oh, they're not. I can't wait for election night, though. I can't wait for November when we get to watch the ball drop and see our democracy die in front of us. I can't wait. Anyway, Oregon recriminalizes some drugs, but not any of the good ones, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
So what's this about? What's this about, cowboy?
Oregon? So you go back to 2020, Oregon passed a revolutionary bill that decriminalized the possession of a lot of drugs, right? So it was one big W for showing that drugs aren't necessarily a crime, but they should be treated as like a health issue. And this was sort of thrown away. This was a bill that Oregonians, I'm not sure how exactly to say them, but the people
Oregonianos,
as a referendum, as a bill that they themselves voted for. This wasn't something that went through the Oregon because of course they might have been too politically damaging for the fucks that care about their political interests, but the Oregon people voted 60% yes, possession of drugs should be decriminalized. But during after 2020, going to the pandemic, there was a lot of drug overdoses, and Oregon was like, "Oh fuck, this is because of
the people. They chose too much.
This isn't because of a worldwide pandemic that led to an increase of drug overdoses worldwide, right? I'm not sure it was worldwide, but I know in the U.S. there was a spike in drug overdoses.
No, the fentanyl, as far as I understand, I think the fentanyl epidemic is worldwide.
Yeah.
It's affecting the U.S. in particular, but it's affecting the entire world.
But sadly, what coincided with decriminalizing drugs, it coincided with the pandemic, and then the assembly in Oregon, the state Congress, they're just like, oh, well, let's blame it on that. And they changed it like that, which is really shitty because this was a bill that was pushed for everyday, Oregon people to vote for.
No! You chose too much.
You literally just said, fuck you to your people you're supposed to represent, right?
Good. They don't know what they want.
It's so dumb. And a lot of these bills, they have to be pushed through. I'm not sure if the one in Oregon was like this, but a lot of bills that you end up having to vote on as a citizen of your state or county or city, they have to get a certain amount of ballot signatures. It's a very long and arduous process where people, God bless them, I've done it before, we try to get people to vote on it.
Listen here,
First,
Mr. College Man.
signatures, a certain amount. In California, you have to get around 400 to 500,000. I'm not sure
Mr. College Man. Mr. College Man.
Yes.
Why do all that fucking horse shit when I can just... Why do all that fucking horse shit if I, as secretary or assembly or whoever the fuck pig shit eater, can just say no?
Well, that's the shitty part of our democratic republic, right? Like, at the end of the day, the assembly members, instead of having to waste millions of dollars on people getting together to get ballot signatures doing demeaning work, which really isn't demeaning, but when people yell at you, it feels a little demeaning. But instead of having them spend months of their lives trying to get this bill passed, the state assembly, the state congress could just pass it like that, or as we see in Oregon, they could take it away like that. It's really shitty.
So who passed it again? Was it the assembly or the...
Oh, yeah, in Oregon, sorry, I keep interchanging, but in Oregon, their state congress voted to take it away. I think they did increase funding for like addiction initiatives and like stuff to help people with addiction, because they're like, well, it is still a medical issue, but it's a criminal medical issue. You know, it's like what the fuck? Like, if it's a medical issue and you're agreeing to it by putting more funding while doing this, you know it is a medical issue.
You ever heard of the drunk tank? Yes. Now we have additional funding for drunk tanks all across the beautiful state of Oregon.
Oregon.
When you're having your withdrawals, now we have a concrete room what to throw you in and let you die inside of. Take that mental health, you mental health purple heart something bleeding heart liberal bastard something nothing another.
Just remember, when you see those fucks outside asking for signatures for months, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they win, the state assembly, state congress can just like that just destroy it.
Listen, you voted me in the office. I don't do my job.
We live in a representative democracy. We're supposed to represent the people. 60% of Oregon people voted for it, and then
I'm the state assembly.
The representative said no. I'm like your dad.
Listen.
I say no.
I don't do my job unless it's pissing you off.
Exactly.
I literally.
That's why everybody hates Congress. Even state Congress is annoying.
Because you can get in, we won't do our fucking jobs and we won't move our feet on a bill that everyone wants. We're going to make the entire fucking state write a bill, push the bill and pass the bill. And then when they're all happy and satisfied with their bill, we're going to kill it. Because we only work when you don't want us to.
Basically. That's it.
Fire them. You know, there's a...
Against you.
We only work when it pisses you off.
Luckily, though, at least when I read the article, it didn't seem like they changed the position for psychedelics.
That's good.
They wanted to hone it for the fentanyl crisis. So it was like for methamphetamine and opiates. So it's just, at least they didn't do it for stuff like magic mushrooms or, you know, like ayahuasca and stuff like that. But still.
Oh, fuck, man. Well,
shouldn't be a criminal for holding a drug.
No. But, you know, if it makes you feel better. If it makes you feel any better, and it does actually make me feel a little better, is the fact that a lot of times in court cases like this, especially involving drugs, they will have what are called referrals. And those are basically, as far as I understand, you can basically take like a AA program, a 12-step program, or some kind of counseling, usually as an alternative to going to jail. So...
That's good.
No, just to fuck your whole thing up. Just to fuck your whole thing up.
You know, like, it isn't
just...
I'm
not pointing at you anymore.
AA.
Nope.
It's like, it's a process, you know? It's like,
you're
not going to instantly become clean. Like it's a
you.
long, arduous journey.
I'm ignoring you. I'm turned away now.
Just over here.
I'm turned away.
Congress.
Nope.
And then over here, medical professionals. And yeah.
I'm turning away from you. You can't control
really
me.
Sad to see. Like, imagine if Oregon and Colorado were one of the first was it medical marijuana or just the full legalization of marijuana? And imagine if one day they just walked it back. They're like, no. I mean, it would be very sad.
Look, those drugs. The problem with the shitty part about it is that cocaine. It's not even really a problem with the. I mean, like overdoses are bad.
Yeah.
However, I think like the fentanyl crisis. I feel like a lot of that's sort of getting grouped together here, and most of these overdoses are not because of cocaine. I'm willing to bet that a lot of these overdoses are due to fentanyl.
Yeah.
So it's not even really the cocaine that's at fault or those kinds of drugs. It's really just this one drug.
Then again, you're not going to get rid of fentanyl. How can you when it's something that potent?
Testing kits, I guess, but even then, people might want it. So.
Yeah.
Man, look. I think the best you can do is provide easy access to Narcan and make it highly available.
Yeah, but then again, that doesn't necessarily. It solves deaths.
Yeah, I'm about to say like that. It does actually save a lot of lives.
But who knows? Maybe if you got saved by Narcan today, it would have given you enough time to become drug-free in the next year. All right?
No.
Maybe.
Once you're on drugs, you're always on drugs.
Nope. Nobody ever reforms. That's a sentiment that Republicans probably hold.
Oh, Tim Pool clip. God, I live for these. God, this will be our last one, and then we're done. We can look over the results for Super Tuesday one more time. But I think we all know where it's going to go. I generally think, honestly, the one thing I'm surprised before we get to Tim Pool regarding Super Tuesday, I'm actually very surprised by the fact that California might be, like, that big, like, wind, like, what's that word? It might be the wind under Joe Biden's wings that he needed.
Yeah.
Like, with the amount of people voting for him in that particular run.
But even then, swing states, you might not be doing the best there. So
Joey Biden's already at 1,400, so... Alright, so what's this about? What did Tim Pool talk about now? Who does he hate today?
He talked about the culture war, because of course, right? That's
Woo! Culture war.
Fuck economics, right? They talk about culture war and slavery and citizenship, and saying that citizenship will be seen like slavery if the left-wingers win. And, in some ways, he's on the dot a little bit, but, like, also no.
I just watched Starship Troopers, and I'm just thinking how if you go and fight the bug war, you're now a citizen of the Federation. Super Earth.
Arguments by Democrats today. What I see is...
I don't hear the...
Oh, my bad. I gotta share sound.
If they win.
Yeah.
When I look at the arguments by Democrats today, what I see is if they win, if this worldview wins, they will abolish the idea of citizenship. What they will say is they will equate it to slavery. 100 years from now, they'd say something like, it's shocking that citizenship existed. The fact that a human had no right to speak up about where they lived because they didn't have papers. Isn't that crazy? And these
Can
people...
you pause it? So, I don't think that's the angle. That may be part of the angle, but also imagine not having protection from the police because of where you live. Not having legal right. Like, you could be trafficked, right? You could be a person with no name because you were born into human trafficking, but you have no citizenship.
I was going to also bring up...
You could be an illegal immigrant, but being sexually harassed by your employer, but you have nowhere to go to because you don't have citizenship. You could be abused, tortured, captured, but you're just too afraid to go to a cop. And I would say that's probably the aspect that's most like slavery, where you could literally be working for like $3 a day at a farm, and they can treat you like shit, give you the worst conditions, breathing poisonous air from all the fucking pesticides. But at the end of the day, you got to do this because to even go back is a risk to be captured, right? And you're here, and yes, it is technically better than being over there. It is technically better, but you do not have the legal rights of a citizen. You'll be treated in a similar manner in that you could be abused physically and sexually, but you have no recourse legally.
I think one of the most interesting points, just to go on a slightly different angle on this one. Think about a nation or a body, a civil body with extra citizen or civilian status, say like the EU, in which everybody is a dual citizen of. You're a citizen of your country and you're a citizen of the EU as a bloc. So, and what does that provide for these people? It provides them an unparalleled access to freedom of travel. In the U.S., we're very lucky because of the amount of biomes and the amount of like regional, like every part of the U.S. is different. Like you have damn near a little bit of every part of the world in the U.S. However, imagine if like Mexico stabilized and like to the point where it was like Canada and you could just cross the border. People can live anywhere in Canada or Mexico or the U.S., sort of like a EU, but for the North American region. It would provide an unparalleled economic boon to the entire continent, let alone the freedom of travel. Could you imagine if you could live anywhere from the very southern tip of Mexico all the way to the very northern tip of Canada? Like, you could live anywhere you want.
It would be amazing.
It would be amazing.
It would be world-changing. It would be life-changing.
It would be life-changing. It would be world-changing for citizens of North America. And they would have this dual citizenship status. And yeah, we might look back and think, damn, we really waited a long time to have this really nice setup that the Europeans have been using and damn near, honestly, they've been taking for granted for a long time. We've been wasting time when we could have had this very prosperous system. So perhaps it's a better system. I mean, like, fear is such a anti-innovative feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why today we have citizenship, and in today's world we have it.
Yeah.
I'm not an abolished borders person, but like, what if in 100 years everything is much more stable? Where like the EU, where where Mexico, and I mean even right now Canada's fucking stable.
I'm a
People
one
say
world
Canada's
planet
better
guy.
With crime than the U.S.
I want the Federation to exist, but like the Star Trek way, not the Starship Troopers sense.
Yeah. If we lived in global Earth, all right, one Earth government,
well,
citizenship might seem weird.
Planetary citizenship would be the norm. But even though the EU is a modern construct, and it's a very successful construct, so it's one of the richest bodies in the world, and think about it. That part of the world used to be constantly at war. And now it's been at peace for, 50 years, 60 years now? Not counting Ukraine. So, because Ukraine is technically not even a part of the EU system or NATO system. So, it's a system that might actually be a genuine improvement on the one that we have now. But, whatever. Let's just keep doing the same thing forever.
I like that he just doesn't go into that aspect, and also the fact that you can be put in a very, very abusive dynamic.
Oh, just to add on to something you said. You know what happens when you have those intersystems, those international systems? Interpol. To be fair, Interpol's not the greatest, but Interpol, for those of you who don't know, is a international court. They can actually uphold warrants in several different countries. You know how in the U.S., a warrant in Florida won't hold up in Oregon. Like, they won't pursue it in Oregon and vice versa. Mm-hmm. But in the EU, they actually have more consistent law. All of EU, for the most part, is under Interpol. So you can't be like a trafficker, say, in like Spain and go to Amsterdam and be scot-free. They'll get you there too. And that creates a more stable and safe continent, especially for foreigners and immigrants, though the Europeans are terrible on the Romani. So
again, like a lot of people, they think, what if we just flee to Mexico? Well, there was a pseudo Interpol between the U.S. and Mexico, and we're talking about in the future where Mexico's more stable, stronger. It would make sense. You would just be able to talk and have a very good system where we can police and take away bad people.
And more cynically, here's a more cynical thing. We can hand off immigration to Mexico. It can become their problem.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like that. But
That's the honest to
and
God's truth. If Mexico stabilized,
there's doomer parts of this, but yes,
that's the
that's
honest to
probably
God.
what would happen.
That,
And
that's the
people
honest
like
to God
Tucker
truth.
Carlson would like that
Yeah.
because they're afraid of brown people coming into the nation.
Well, now we don't gotta
And
deal with it.
specifically brown, because when they talk about it, they talk about the white genocide, right? And they talk about, oh, it's
White
like if it was a
replacement.
white immigrant, white replacement. Sorry, white
Yeah.
replacement. They say they give it the dynamic of brown and white. They're putting the identity politics into it because it seems like they don't really care if you're a Canadian immigrant or like a European immigrant. They care more if you're a brown immigrant, right?
The worst kind, apparently.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm gonna just say, look. I believe in the super Earth way of looking at things. If you are human and you can shoot a gun, I need you to fight for democracy. Okay?
Against the automaton.
Against the automatons and the Terminids.
Mm.
Exactly. You can be gay, you can be black, you can be whatever other type of thing, as long as you can point a gun and shoot. That's fine by me.
God bless Super Earth.
God bless Super Earth and God bless Bud Light.
Of course, yeah. Yeehaw.
Yeah, cowboy. Just put Bud Light in the fucking hell pod. Can never leave home without
There
it.
should be Bud Lights in every Helldiver server.
In every hell pod, there's just like a pack. Just like a 6-pack.
Ah.
Let's watch the rest of this. We'll watch the rest of this.
Yeah.
Had to, they couldn't get access to resources. They had no access to the public, to public sphere, no say in how things were done. They were basically slaves. The difference, of course, being these people come here by choice to bask in the prosperity of this country, but that's the argument they're trying to make. And now the left has been doing a few things. They've been calling them undocumented citizens. So they're going to use this idea to say the fact that a person could live in the United States and not be allowed to speak and vote on their own home was an affront to authoritarian.
Does Temple think you should be able to like make a contract where you can be put in very abusive dynamics for money? Like,
what?
Does Temple believe you should like be able to? Because he says, yeah, they come for the prosperity, and because they come here for prosperity, that means they let go of the ability to be able, like,
Listen.
they voluntarily come here, but they don't voluntarily want to be victims of crime, right? Just because you came here for prosperity doesn't mean you should be treated horrifically.
I mean, there's lots of systems they can be a part of. Like, I mean, a good example of this is a union. I mean, if they were to be a part of the Teamsters, they're going to be a part of a union or an association, and they play a role. It's important that they play a role in their own lives because we need these people, and we need them to have at least somewhat decent conditions. Just straight up, they need to have that ability, and no one's going to advocate for it but them. So, of course. And disenfranchising these people serves no other benefit than to help the Americans exploit them even more than we've already have. Hey, but you know, look at that. Look.
Anyways, you could come here for prosperity and not think you're going to be the ones who get stuck in an abusive cycle with your employer, or they threaten to report you to ICE or to Border and Customs. Right? So, like, what happened? Like, you didn't think you were going to be fucking trapped by your employer.
You know, there's another point to be made too that, damn, I lost. I'm sorry. Fuck. You wanna play it or no?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I guess.
I had something, but I fucking lost it.
It was a barbaric practice, and we abolished it in the Second Civil War. But you know, I think
There's gonna be no second Civil War. And also, the idea of there being a citizenship, like, I support the idea that you gotta at least work to become a citizen of a country. I mean, you're coming to another country and you're asking a great deal of them, so I think you have to work for it on some level. However, I think if you've been in the country for 20 years and you've had kids and you already have a home and you've already been paying taxes for nigh on a decade, even longer, I think there should be some privileges awarded to you at that point. I think one of them is, and this is something that my city has done, I'm not going to say which one, but it's happened in the state of California, so you can look it up. People should be allowed to vote in their local elections and city stuff. Yeah. Because, look, if you have a residential address in the city, you should be able to vote on stuff in the city. I mean, look, it's your water, it's your housing, it's your pay too. And, I mean, a good example of this is recently, There's been a lot of pushes to increase in LA County to increase the wages of a lot of hotel workers, and there's a solid shot. A lot of the people voting on this and a lot of the people who it's going to benefit are migrants, and they make up a large portion of that workforce. This was happening in several cities, from all the way from Anaheim to San Diego to LA proper to it's a few cities for sure, more than that. So
my understanding is that typically, like, I mean, we know from the numbers, there's a lot of people who could become citizens.
But that would also be a benefit to a lot of other people, though, because if we're raising the minimum wage across the board, that will help the lowest earners. And also, complete side tangent. Actually, we'll wait till after we're done with this. I want to talk about Gavin Newsom's near thing, since we're talking minimum wage, but
yeah,
we'll talk about it after.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
boy,
so Rico Gavin
News like this, and companies like Timcast and the Daily Wire and things like that, and why we do what we do at my company is like there's never been the ability to get alternative voices like this out there before. Like, all you've received, or what you're saying right now, is all people have received. There's been nothing we can do about it. And that's why I'm super hopeful about where we are now.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's that Donald Trump. You literally had this guy who said you were going to overthrow the election. You guys are the most delusional fucking people, because, like, oh, there's nothing we can do. We're so weak, or we're so oppressed. Well, you guys want to strip the vote and decision away from half your country. That is the Civil War. Look, if there's going to be a Civil War, it's going to be because y'all started it. Because you guys didn't like the election results, and you'd rather oppress the other half of your country, your fellow countrymen, than accept the fact that you fucking lost in a free democratic system. Yeah, it happens. You lose. You come back.
About before in Texas, how the Texas Congress tried putting in a bill where they would be able to overturn election results in Democrat
in the largest Democrat in the largest county that also happens to be Democrat.
Correlation-wise, you'll find that the people, like the counties with the largest population, tend to be Democrat, because big cities have the largest population. They'll be in the largest populated counties.
They were laser focused on it, though. They literally picked it based on population.
I mean, it's
only one county meets that criteria.
We're doing it without saying it. Mm-hmm. It's like back in the day when there was like redlining. They're not saying they're going after black neighborhoods, but we're going after zip codes, yada yada. We're going after these zip codes, which happen to all be black neighborhoods. But now we're not going after Democrats. We're going after counties with this amount of people in it. And would you know, all of them, or at least the majority, are Democrats. And that's a really big point in gerrymandering too, which really enough also follows black population. They'll say, hey, in this group, we'll put all the Democrats in this small thing. That's typical gerrymandering, right? We'll get all the Democrats.
What if I told you you're a gerrymander?
And I just explode. I just fall back.
There you go.
Texas police shoot me on the... Yeah, they shoot me as I'm already dead.
So,
like the voters, they're going to tell you, literally, your vote doesn't matter. Luckily, it got... pushed back by I think it was a federal judge.
Yeah, but it's supposed to go through in September, so my reading of it is that it's just going to stay in limbo until after the election.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, they could bring it back. It got passed, I remember, in the Texas Senate, but it hasn't been passed in the Texas House yet. But imagine that. They're like, what about, like voter fraud? But they couldn't find...
Fuck your voter fraud. You just don't get to vote.
They're going to decide no more voting. We get to decide. So Texas gets to say whether or not you voted red or blue. Like, that's so dumb. It is so fucking... That is fascist. That's like, no more vote.
Hey, got the soy lip to say it. The soy lip said it, guys. The soy lip said it. Fascist.
I think it's like Tim Pool and other people that talk about like these like very niche small laws that are happening in cities. But then you have the whole state of Texas basically saying, hey, Democrat counties, we're going to be able to say your vote doesn't matter.
We got 10 minutes,
they don't flip their shit.
We should watch the rest of this and then move on.
What about those opinions? Those opinions don't reach their fucking
Sure,
ears.
if we
You
have
suck. How about that?
Variety of
reform, we can
opinions,
handle
we
that,
live
but
in a
also,
fucking echo
People
chamber.
have never been this aware of what's happening to them.
Yeah, so they never been
So in that
aware,
situation,
Mr.
no.
Aware of
Bacon.
what's
But I
happening?
think you're
Are
actually
the people of
getting
Texas
people
aware that they
educated
were
where they
trying
think
to
they can do
fucking
something.
steal the vote?
No, they can do something
Everybody
about it
in
now.
the
It's
county?
time to steal the vote from
They able to
all
do
the
something about it?
Democrats.
Well, they won't be able to do something about it if there wasn't literally like Libby federal judges telling them that you can't just end elections in high populated counties in Texas.
No, the great army of the socialist vanguard will finally topple the Texas State Senate. Finally. Let's
Like
move on.
Like Republicans fear the immigrants voting,
Newsom did a big meanie bobini,
even
so
though
they're
there's no
going
evidence
to...
of them widespread illegal voting fraud. While Republicans are literally trying to create laws.
Let's talk
to
about
make it so
Newsom
they can
being
vote.
bad. Newsom bad. Newsom increased the
Newsom.
minimum wage of most fast food
Yeah.
workers. But
Which
what's
is
the
good.
exempt? But what's the exemption, you might ask? Why? Like, because all good things have to have a bad thing. Anywhere that bakes their own bread, which happens to include Panera Bread, owned by one of his donors. And
It's stupid.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about Gavin. They're grooming Gavin to be presidential candidate in 2028. So, okay. I think Newsom's chances are pretty bad. Like, that Republican that year has to be weak. Like DeSantis. Basically just wannabe wee Trump. Because if it's anybody even with the slight charisma of Trump, it's gonna be bad. Because Newsom is just such a slimy, grimy bastard. I don't know. And he comes off that way. He'd be a better VP, I think, than he would be a
Medicare for all
presidential.
in California. So to a lot of progressives, the far left base and the Democrats, they're gonna see him and be like, "Oh, what the fuck? He's younger, but he is certainly not progressive. He is not us." You could end up having another Bernie Biden situation where you look at this dude and they're like, "Oh, he's milquetoast. He's not very far left."
Well, it's not even the fact that he's not far left. It's the fact that this guy is kind of openly corrupt.
Yeah, no.
And it's going to make him look bad come 2028 because, I mean, he's just so damn brazen about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't think this is the foot the party should be putting forward. You know what I mean? A guy who looks like a greasy fucking car salesman.
He was on the campaign trail with Biden. He is what the DNC thinks is probably going to be the next big player, right? They probably want him to be Obama.
Yeah, but look at him. He's terrible. Look at that guy.
Yeah. No, literally just like it's so blatant. It's like, oh, the dude who gave me money all this time, your establishments don't have to be affected by minimum wage laws. Like,
how many places, man, even bake their own bread? So, donut stores now. Hey, donut stores don't have to pay.
I think Subway might be not affected, right?
No, because we both worked at Subway. They didn't bake their own bread there.
What do you mean?
Oh,
As a former Subway, you also
kinda. They didn't make it, but they.
I mean, does Panera Bread make their own bread?
I guess not.
Like,
no, I guess not.
You get like the dough pre-made and then.
No, I guess
put it in the oven.
No, I guess so. Yeah,
Well, there's
you're right.
a couple steps before that. You have to,
No,
but,
you're
like,
right. Subway. No, we baked bread at Subway.
Yeah.
Subway,
you
donut
freezer, you put it
stores.
into the thing that like defrosted, and then you put it into like the preheat oven shit, and then you put it in the main oven, and then you pull it out, and voila, you have bread. They bake bread.
I kind of.
True at Subway.
This is proof that I think on a level Newsom is both an ally but a great barrier to progressive change. Because even within his own party, even like not even far left, I'm talking just progressives.
Didn't he also put down the bill for union people, like people striking to get unemployment?
Yes, he did.
So he is also not very strong for unions.
California could be a leader. California could be a leader in this. It is.
Yeah.
It already is, but it could be a great leader in progressive politics, and it really, really isn't. Seattle, Colorado, and Oregon have sort of taken that mantle from us. Colorado with marijuana, Seattle with its form of gun control, even though I don't agree with all of gun control as it is. Oregon, I believe they did what was it, like a UBI or something like that? I forget. Oh, no, they did a lot of cop reform. Remember the Cahoots program?
Yeah.
In Eugene? So California is really just missing opportunities to be a leader and innovator in these states.
Right, didn't they also say no to psychedelics? They didn't do some say no?
Yes, we also rejected mushrooms. Yeah, they rejected
Yeah,
mushrooms.
and that's something that is bipartisan on a level. AOC and Dan Crenshaw, they both are pushing for bills for psychedelics to be used medically for veterans, also for people with extreme mental illness, like really bad depression.
They don't matter. By the
Yeah,
way,
Newsom, he just doesn't care.
we got 3 minutes left. So, shall we review the results one last time?
Yep.
All right. So, 38%. Is Joey Biden still at 33? God damn it, he still is. I think Joey Biden's gonna blow right past 2 million. The results are mixed.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you. There's a shot that I could be wrong and that there's just enough. So here's the thing. Here's the thing I honestly think is happening here, though I could be wrong. Donald Trump might underperform too. They might just both underperform together. This turnout might just be very low. But California shows otherwise. You know, some states we've had pretty low turnout, but then California, we might just have a fucking blowout in terms of a turnout. So we will see. It'd be very interesting to see. But what are your thoughts going into the general with Biden winning? I think Biden has a shot.
If the uncommitted vote in Michigan is anything to say about the general, he might lose Michigan.
He might.
You just have a bunch of people who see his acts in the Middle East, and they're like, "No, you are Genocide Joe. You are a horrible person. We're not going to vote for you." He loses Michigan, probably not going to win the election. But
So
then you look at other. Sorry, what?
No, go on. It's going.
And still in other states, we saw that there's still a strong uncommitted vote. People voted for Marion. He's divided, but then again, I don't know. It's not like he did horrifically bad.
No, he didn't. He did better in some places.
Yeah, like he's not doing tremendously bad.
So the situation, I think Joe Biden's. I think Gaza will be a big part of it, but I think really, they're just honestly, if he just keeps sailing as is, it might not even be a problem. There's a solid shot he might actually win, even with what's going on in Gaza. So, we will see. However...
And, we are many months out,
However, there's still plenty of time for him to reverse course and have a better victory. I think if Biden wants a more secure victory, he should still end the war in Gaza. I don't... if Donald Trump is the great enemy that they're saying he is, squeaking by really shouldn't be the goal.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the one flaw. Oh, by the way, we got less than a minute. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Biden may not actually do that bad after all. Who would have thought?
Y'all play Helldivers? No?
God, no. Maybe a little bit. Maybe for a bit.
Oh, boy.
I'm so fucking tired. Helldivers. I'm so fucking tired. That game makes me tired. It's a good-ass game.
Ow.
How much, man, 1 minute. Biden's on the titty. Biden's gonna sip on the titty of America.
Oh, boy.
Donald's on the other tutor. Alright, that was it. Goodbye, everybody. Democracy is not a sham, I guess. And good luck, goodbye, and try to go out there and vote if you haven't already. But if you're watching this, it's probably already too late. But mail it in if you can, get it in if you can, go vote if you can. Bye, good luck, and don't crash, don't drink and drive.